All right, Superjet update. Well, it's less Superjet now, but it's still an update on the original hull. I filled in the nose and chopped off that little area that kind of sticks up on the square. Made it a nice flat, and it's actually pretty true. Covered it all in S-glass. Ended up actually with some bubbles you can see I had to grind out, but I'll cover those up. I also kind of cut the bond line and tweaked it up and filled that in with Cabosil and stitched it all back together. You can see actually, it's kind of cool how this metin, the brown stuff, really highlights where you hit stitch and fill. Yeah, filled that in. Like working on the hood, getting it so it's nice and yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Getting it so it's nice and in line with that line right there. And you can see where I cut the bond line right there, and then tweaked it up and then stitched it back. Anywho, and so lowered the hood. Also changed the profile of the gunwales pretty drastically. I think it's like 3 inches ish at the very back because the square does like a little kick up. So got rid of that. Also changed the angle. I think that's a lot more aggressive looking. You can also see the chop right there. About 2 inches. Worked out pretty well. All right. Added a bunch of material to the gunwales. I think it was like 6 layers, 7 layers, something like that, of 1708. And I made these little pillars. I also chopped, here, widened the dash, filled all that in, put a big ass toe hold in. But I got the structure back by putting these little pillars in. I did like 8 layers of 1708 and made like a little A pillar. It's sticks out there. But anyways, it added a lot of structure. I also cut as low as I could to still let the midshaft housing clear and everything like that, and punched in like 4 inches with this massive toe hold. I'm really proud of it. Anywho, and you can see the chop area back there. And this is what I'm working on right now. Looks kind of funky, but that is how I'm enlarging the pump tunnel. It's a 3/8 neoprene foam covered in duct tape. I faired it all in with the Cabosil epoxy mixture, and I'm going to drape glass over it here pretty shortly, actually, before this completely cures, and stitch it all in. So after I've put like 4 layers of 17-ounce biax over it and it's cured, I can flip the hull over. I can cut out the old pump tunnel in pretty much the shape that you see right here, and then I can pop that out, and I've got a larger pump tunnel I can then fair in for a 155 millimeter pump. And I'll show you the inside. This is how the toe hold pops through. I wasn't lying about full width. I'm partially reinforcing the engine bay and doing some motor mount work. I'm gonna run some the GP 760 midshaft, which is shorter, and I'm gonna run some plates to move the motor mounts back a little bit. And so I've got some pads for a little bit of support to not have it all hanging over the back. And you can see where I stitched it all in. There'd normally be big pillars over there and there that aren't there anymore. That little irregular firewall that you have on Superjet. Well, I stitched all that in right there. Yeah. Well, more to come. I mean, but now we're starting to get an idea of the overall look of the ski. Real sleek. I'm really liking where it's going. I got to build up some width here. So they're not, they're just too narrow. I'm going to need something to put my elbows on. I'm not sure if I'm just doing up toward the top you know, like up here, or if I'm going to actually have it come further down. I kind of wanted to have adjustable footholds as an option, but I'm not sure if I'm ever going to do that. So, we'll see. A lot left to do, but it's come quite a ways from an old beat up, well, not that beat up actually, but an old 91 square nose Superjet. All right, guys. Well, that's about it. Need to finish, like I said, back here, cover that up, reinforce the rest of the tray underneath, and then start running exhaust tubes and coolant lines and all that stuff through there. So I'll keep you all updated. Thanks for checking it out.